And this is the third part of the video for Checkpoint Lab. And like in the earlier video, we have done the initial setup wizard for the uh, management server, and what I wanted to show you is while doing the wizard for the gateway, you will come up with this activation key. This is the key that I explained you about. This is called the SIC key, secure internet communication, that is between the management server and the gateway, right? So when you try to add the gateway to the management server, you will be asked for this key. So you need to remember this. This can be same, but it's preferred that it should be different from the admin password. So I have kept the admin password as admin123. I'll keep this as test123 with a capital T. Okay, and apart from that, everything is fine. Everything is like same. So I think I have to do this again. Admin123 because of the timeout, I guess. Yeah. So that is one thing that you need to keep in mind while doing the initial setup wizard for the gateway, right? So next this is the interface ETH0, and I have a ETH1, but I'll set it up later where the CLI. So gateway 1, and the time is this same. Here you select gateway, and here you unselect the security management. You select next and yes, and this is not a dynamic IP. Here you have to give the TEST123, TEST123. So next and finish, right? And the wizard will again continue, and this will be rebooted. So we'll wait for this, and I'll continue with the installation of the smart console. Thank you. Okay guys, so the setup is complete, and I have logged into the web page of the this is my gateway one, right? So let's go and configure the outside interface, from the interface that is facing towards the internet, right? So that is ETH1, right? So you go to the network interfaces here, Ethernet 1, and then click on edit. You will get this, and you first of all enable, and I will set up this IP 192.168.1 dot this is triple one, right? Subnet mask is /24, so 255.255.255 uh 55.0, and okay. Right, so this is your management, and this is your it. So if you want to set the Ethernet like management interface here, you can change, and then I will have a static route that is pointing towards 192.168.1.1. I'll go here and edit this default route, and I'll add the gateway IP address, that is 192.168.1.1, and okay, and save. So this is done. You can set up some messages also if you want. If you want to configure this firewall as a DHCP server, here it's the option, and you can configure some message. So this is the banner message. While you log in, I can say welcome to the gateway one, right? Like that, like that. And there are some other options also. So to download the console, right, the smart console, you need to go to maintenance, and you can see download smart console. This is the same option in the management server, plus in the management server you will get an option in the main page also to download the smart console. So I'll go here and download, and I will save this in my computer, right, on say on the desktop. Okay, download itself. So I'll let this download, and once this is finished, I'll show you the procedure to install. Okay guys, okay, so this has been downloaded. I'll go to the folder. This is around 390 MB, and I'll just double click to install. And once the setup comes up, there's nothing new in the wizard, just you need to follow the instructions in the wizard and install the software. That is this one, Smart Console, right? Run. It will extract and install the .NET framework. Yeah, first, and then the application, that is the Smart Console, right? So I'll just finish this and resume the video. Okay, so this will also pop up. So you need to install the .NET framework. Click on OK and continue with the installation. So when you finish the installation for the .NET, you will get this installation wizard, and then click install, and again wait for the installation to complete. Okay, then the installation will complete, and just click finish so that the Smart Console launches. Finish and wait for the Smart Console to get ready, right? And okay, now that the Smart Console is up and ready to like connect to the manager, let's try and ping the manager first. And the manager is responding. Very good. Okay, now we have to provide the username, password, and the IP address of the manager to the Smart Console. So username is admin, password is admin123, right? Admin123, and the IP address 172.16.31.1110, right? So hit enter, and this should go and connect to the, I think the password is wrong, 172.16. Okay, connect. Let's try once again. Admin 3. Admin 3. Okay, let me just restart the management server. Okay, now I've restarted the management server. Let's try once again. Admin 123 and connect. And you should get the fingerprint of the management server. That should match, so that like confirms that you're connecting to the management server that you want to. So if you go to the management server and do cpconfig, right, you will get the fingerprint with the 7th option, right? So you can see the fingerprint is ending from form and rage, right? So you should get form and rage, yeah? So that means we are connecting to the authentic management server. And then proceed, and the management server will initialize itself. It will take a couple of minutes. I'll just pause the video and continue. Okay guys, the Smart Console is ready to go. You can just drag this from the top. This is just a flash screen showing the latest updates, the R80. So here you can see it's lower than required 200. Okay, I need to just increase the memory for the management server. So okay, so that means you need to keep it around 30 gigs. I'll try to go here and increase that if I can. So that should be this one. So I need to add more 10 gigs, right? So this is hard disk, SCSI. And add 10 gig and finish. So here what it is, do you want to save it? No, enter, and then I'll exit with 9, and I'll go to the Windows server, and I'll try to connect this again, right? And console is starting. Alright, so I'll enter the password admin123, login. This should log me into the management. So okay, until the time this initializes, I need to go to my smart gateway, and remember I have to like bridge the outside. Okay, I've already done that, and I have already like given the IP address to that interface. Now what we need to do is, once we log into the management server, we need to add this gateway to the server, right? So that server can push the policies to that gateway. So okay, this comes up, and you can see by default I think I need to restart this gateway, and anyways I'll keep this and restart later on. So you can see an object has been created with the name of manager, and it has the IP address of the manager that we have, right? So next what you need to do is you need to go to the objects, gateways, right here. You can see manager is there, so you need to add this more network object gateways and gateway right here. One option is this. Second, you can go here also, new more objects, network object, gateway and servers, and a new gateway. So two options here. You have two options again with the visit mode and classic mode. Go with the visit mode, it's kind of automatic, or wherein the software does most of the job for you. Name of the gateway will be GW1, right? Platform is an open server. We don't have an appliance, right? If you're working with an appliance, then you can specify the appliance model. So we are working with open server, and the IP address is 172.16.31.111, right? And then I'll give next, and it will ask for the SIC password. Remember that we created while initializing the gateway, right? I kept it as test123 with a capital T, right? T 123. You can see trust is uninitialized. This should not be like this. This should be initialized once we start the process. And this is going to the okay. So you can see, right? So it has communicated with the gateway, and it has got both the IP addresses, right? It has pulled down the IP addresses from the gateway. So we'll close this, and you can just check this so that you will come up with the gateway properties, or I'll show you from where it can be again pulled up. So I'll click finish, and I should have an object of firewall 1 in this window right here. Yeah, I got this window, and if you double click, you'll get the properties of this gateway right here. So from here you can, if you want to, if say sometimes what happens, the communication breaks, or the management server is not able to communicate to the gateway. So from here you can reset the communication, right? You click reset. Before that, you go to the gateway. uh, you go to the gateway here, admin 123. You have to reset the SIC password, right? You go to cpconfig, and here in the gateway you will get some different options, what you saw in the manager, right? So here you can see in number 5 you will see SIC communication, right? Would you like to reinitialize? You have to specify yes, and then it'll ask for the new password. I'll say no for this time because everything's working fine for me. So I'll go here, and then you have to specify reset, and then you have to specify the new password here, right? So I can just test the secure status. If it's saying communicating, that means everything's fine. Press OK. So here you have the blades that if you want to activate. Remember I told you IPS blade is there, URL filtering blade is there, right? Data loss prevention, application control, all these blades are here. So I'll just click OK, and yes, and yes. Okay, done. So now that this needs to be published, so publish is like you have multiple administrators for this console, right, for the manager. So if you don't publish it, the changes will not be pushed to all, the changes will not be seen by all the administrators, right? Once you publish it, then everybody will be able to see the this changes, right? So install policy is to push the policy to the firewall. You can click on install policy, and then again you will get an option to whether push it to one gateway or selected gateways or all of the gateways, right? So yeah, once I push the install, and right now we have only one gateway, so that's why it's showing only one gateway. So I'll push it, and this should be successful. So let's see. So you can just pull up this process bar from here, which will tell you the percentage of the process. Like right now it's 45%. We'll wait for this to finish, or you can see some errors might occur. We can just go to the details and check what is the problem, right? So the best part here is you get a 15-day evaluation license for the checkpoint, right? So you can for the lab, it's for 15 days or 14 days is more than enough, right, for you to practice the lab, right? So that's this, that's that, and let's wait for this to complete. So 70%. So I encountered some errors. If I go to details, I can see that threat prevention policy has failed. So I'll close. Uh, uh, but I can keep it like this only, maybe because of the blades that I enabled right now. So I can just, okay, let's just disable all these blades, and I will also disable this for the time being. Okay, I'll push the, so when you click install, it will publish as well as install also. So if you want to just reflect it to other and other like administrators on the console like manager, you can just click publish. And but not but if you want to do like push the policy as well as publish, you can click directly install, so that will do both for you. Okay, so next is I want to check the uh, from here. If you go to the mm, uh, license and packages, I'll show you that we have an evaluation period of, see, you can see you have a trial of 15 days, right? So you can click here license and contracts, and you get 15 days, right? You can see here, right? 15 days the manager, and it should get license. So you have 15 days, 16. So that is this. I'll close this. And next is we need a policy. So let's check that our gateway 1, right, is able to ping the actual gateway, that is 192.168.1.1. okay, let's take this one. Yeah, this should be able to ping gateway 1. Okay, this is my gateway 1, right? Yeah, so I'll check show interface with 1. So here I can see if the state is on, yes, IP address is 1 to 1. So I can, let's try if that is working. Yes, then I should be able to ping this IP address. Okay, let me check some settings on my laptop. So if I go to edit virtual network adapters, let me see if I have like attached the Wi-Fi adapter with the bridge network or not. Okay, I'll come up with this and change settings. Yes, and the actual settings will come up. So here, yeah, I have this bridge interface. VMware 0. Okay. So let me ping www.google.com. I think ping source is there. So I need to test the ping 192.168.1.1, right? That is my gateway. If I check my computer's CMD, right, I'll go to this and check my CMD. So I'll try to ping from my PC to this via the outside interface. No, so it's not working. Okay, I need to push this policy of so from this I need to go to, so by default the ping is not allowed, so I'll go to global properties and I'll say accept ICMP. Okay, and then I'll install this on the gateway, right? publishers install. Let's wait for this policy to be pushed to the firewall. I'm waiting. So the policy has been pushed. Now I'll check from my PC that I can ping this triple one. Yeah, I can ping the gateway. So that means this is fine. Then why? Then I should be able to ping my gateway also. Yeah, I'm able to ping the gateway. So maybe some issue was there. Control and C, yeah. So I'm able to ping the gateway, right? So I should be able to ping this also because did I configure the DNS? I did, right? Okay, let's see. I'm able to ping this. Okay, fine. My firewall is able to reach the uh, uh, gateway, right? So I'll be able to ping the Google also. Yeah. So my firewall is able to reach the internet. So next is I'll set up my internal PC, this one, right? So my PC has no access to ping 8.8.8.8, say it has no access to the gateway because uh, the firewall is blocking it because firewall has no policy. So if you want to see that, you can go to this and you can go to the security policy. So by default the policy, there are three kinds of policies for the gateway, right? I would say four. I would say four. So I'll close this like this, minimize. So one is called the stealth rule. Stealth rule means that any stealth means to be invisible, right? So any traffic hitting your firewall should be denied, right? Should be dropped. So stealth rule is like you have to create. So it's from the policies are uh, uh, like checked from top to bottom. So I'll create a uh, stealth rule here. STEALT stealth rule saying source any and coming to my gateway, right? Coming to my gateway one, this is the one, right? And VPN any services any, I will drop it and then I'll log this and then I'll log this also. This is the cleanup rule. So one is stealth rule, that means mm, um, any traffic to the firewall is dropped, and then you have the cleanup rule, that means it's like the implicit deny, like you have in the ACL, right? At the end, deny everything. If it's not permitted, deny everything. That is what the over the firewall is, deny everything. But whatever you permit, you specify that in the rule, right? Before the deny rule. So that is one, and the third one is management rule. So I will create one above here and say management rule, MGMT rule, right? MGMT rule. So uh, it will be like your so if you don't have what do you say object defined, you can just create one from here. So I'll create a host object, say my PC, right? This is my PC, right? So my PC1, that is the one that you are seeing the console on, right? So this IP is 172.16.31.120, right? So I create an object for this space. Okay, so this is the management rule. So whatever PC you have, and I'll specify the gateway as well as my manager, right? So it should be somewhere here. So this is my policy for my manager, and so source is my PC and going to destination of gateway or the manager, any services, any I don't need this VPN. Just I right click on this and say hide the VPN column, and I'll accept this. I want this to be allowed, and also log. Okay, so this is the management rule, stealth rule, cleanup rule, and then you have one rule, that another rule, that is the user rule, where you permit inside traffic to go outside. So I'll create one below, new rule below, and I'll say this as user traffic. So user traffic can be based on the source and destination of the like the machine or the device, or it can be based on the zone. So inside and outside is allowed, like in other firewalls, zone based firewall, right? So you have the concept of zone here also, but for now I'll not do zone based concept. For now, just let me do like this. And my PC going to anywhere, services any, I'll accept that and I'll log it. Okay, so this is the one, and I'll push it, and I'll install this on my gateway. So now my PC should be able to reach management gateway. It's already able to reach that, but in the future when I push many policies, this should be allowed, right? So with the help of this user traffic, my PC should be now able to go to the internet. I mean ping. For now, I'll say ping, not uh, 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 the. It should also go to the, like, browser should be working now. Let's check that. Uh, but I'm not done natting. But natting will be done by the original router on the outside. But I'll do that later if that is required to uh, enable, right? Enable the browsing and all. Let's test this. But I have, see my, hmm, let's see what happens. Let's wait for the policy to finish and finish installation. Wait, let me check the percentage of the process. 99, almost done. It should be finished by now. Okay, the policy has been installed. Now let's go to the machine and go to the CMD, right? And I'll try to ping 8.8.8.8. So this should work. No, let's try to ping 192.168.192.168. Okay, so for this to uh, work, I need to enable NAT, obviously, because my inside PC is on 172 and the traffic is actually going. So if you want to see, you can just click on this and go to logs, but the return traffic will be blocked, because not blocked itself, it will be blocked at the destination, like 192.168.1.1 doesn't know how to reach 172, right? So it knows how to reach 192, but it doesn't know anything about 170. So I need to NAT this inside to the IP address on the outside on the 192 series. So if we check the logs here, wait for some time to the logs to come up, and you'll see my inside PC going to 192.168, getting permitted, getting allowed by rule 2. Okay, you can see this one. I'm pinging, right? Once I'm pinging 8. You can see I'm pinging 192. This is the last thing that I did, and it's using rule number 2, right? User traffic. So this is an echo request, right? The reply will not come because 192.1.1 doesn't know how to reach 172, right? So for that, we'll do a NAT, just to show you guys how this works, and later on I'll just explain the types of NAT. So to do this, I'll just do a NAT on my, okay, I need a object. I have an object. Let me go host. Okay, I'll just double click here. It's really easy. Just go here and I'll hide this behind the gateway. That means it will do patting and install on gateway 1. Okay, and then I'll install and publish. So I'll explain all the netting types when we reach the netting part of the checkpoint, right? So after this, I'll install this. So you'll see a new rule will be like added here in the hide NAT, automatic hide NAT, and the translation will be there on in the logs. You'll see. Okay, let's wait for the policy to finish installation. 99. you'll see a natting rule come up with the rule stating my PC going to anywhere on the internet, getting translated to the getting patted to the external address of the firewall, then 192.168.1.111. So okay, now that the policy has been uh, done, I'll go to this. You can see here my PC any, and you can see an H, that means hide NAT bat, and the translated source is the, you can hover over there, double click, or if you just single click, you'll see the IP of my PC, right? So this is the rule installed on gateway 1, right? So now I should be able to reach 1.1. This was not successful earlier, and now I'm able to reach, and I should be also able to reach my uh, DNS, right? 8.8.8.8. So this is working now, and if you check the logs on the security policy here, the same policy, this one logs, right? So let me refresh my logs, minimize this side, and which one is this? This is over here. So we'll see, you should see the translation, right? Yeah. So this is getting translated to 192.161 with the source NAT source port of this. So if I go to the open the web browser and go to www.google.com, this should work now. A DNS request. Okay, wow, great. So I'll just again check this, and you'll see a Google. Uh, okay, so this should be the one. So you have the DNS request, right, going on UDP 53 to 44444, right? And then this is the response, right, from the internet. So if I go and say ns look up www.google.com, so this should be the IP, right? Okay. So Google may have multiple servers, right? So that's why I'm getting, see, you can see there was a different response this time. The IP was different from ns look up. Okay, let me just try this IP. The IP was which one? Not this one. This is my IP. Okay, destination, this one. Let me check this IP. Paste. Let's check the lookup. So this is, it says non-existent. But if I check the ns lookup on google.com, you can see the response is from this server 36, next time it's 64, next time is 32, so 36, right? So Google has many servers, right? Load balancing. So this is how you do natting, right? Natting and the what you say, the policies on the gateways, configuring the policy on the manager and then pushing it to the gateways. So this is it for this video. Hope you like the video, and please continue to watch my part 4, wherein I'll just explain to you some basic rules and features of the Palo Alto, oh sorry, checkpoint. Okay, bye bye, thanks.